Ibrahim Traore has been dodging assassination and coup attempts since the time he became president.
So that is it. Ever since this man became a president of Burkina Faso, it has been one assassination attempt to the other. Ever since he took over from Damiba, people has been seriously want to get him down. Why? Today you are hearing assassination attempt, tomorrow you are hearing assassination plot. So, who are the masterminds? Who are those behind this assassination attempts? Who are those trying to take his life? Well, I think some of them have been found. It can be very difficult to trace where these people are coming from, but it has been revealed that most of the faces behind these things are the West, who are kind of collaborating with the insiders. And who are the insiders? Let us find out in this video.
Ibrahim Traore has been dodging assassination and coup attempts since the time he became president. While fighting insurgents and ensuring Burkina Faso remains stable, he has been paying attention to cleaning up the spies and facilitators operating in Burkina Faso. These individuals are supported by the Western countries to destabilize the country and dethrone Ibrahim Traore. However, tracing their network was difficult. But Ibrahim Traore is a genius. He had put together a team to analyze the bank accounts of the top former government officials. Those whose bank accounts are receiving bulky amounts of money are the real traitors. And now, he really has caught them, which surprisingly include over 113 individuals, some of whom are even former ministers and military generals. So, how the assets of these 113 top officials were frozen, and what does Ibrahim Traore plan to do with these traitors? Ibrahim Traore has been deeply committed to securing Burkina Faso, often prioritizing the nation's safety over his own. However, he has recently shifted his focus, recognizing that his survival is crucial if the country is to achieve stability and progress. This realization stems from what tragically happened with Thomas Sankara, Burkina Faso's revolutionary leader and president, who was assassinated by his closest allies with the backing of foreign powers. Therefore, Traore understands that safeguarding his own life is not just a personal necessity, but a strategic one to ensure that his vision for Burkina Faso's future does not meet the same tragic end. Therefore, on November 19, 2024, Burkina Faso's Minister of Economy, Dr. Abubakar Nakanabo, announced a sweeping executive order targeting individuals and entities accused of financing insurgency. This insurgency, in turn, focuses on destabilizing Burkina Faso and carrying out continuous assassination attempts on Ibrahim Traore. The purpose remains to create chaos that creates a vacuum to be filled by foreign powers. Signed under the military-led government of Captain Ibrahim Traore, this decree froze the assets and economic resources of 113 individuals and 2 organizations. Things get interesting when the identity of the individuals on the list is revealed. Much like how those in Thomas Sankara's close circle had secret ties with foreign powers to get rid of Thomas Sankara, the list has names like Lieutenant Colonel Paul-Henri Sandaogo Damiba, the former president who seized power in January 2022 after ousting elected President Roch-Marc Christian Kabore. Damiba, who was overthrown by Captain Traore in September 2022, has been living in exile in Togo. Despite his removal from power, Damiba is accused of orchestrating destabilization efforts, including a recent assassination plot against President Traore, all while residing outside the country. The government alleges that he shared intelligence with foreign powers and insurgent groups, aiming to undermine Burkina Faso's stability. Therefore, talks are underway between Burkina Faso and Togo to secure Damiba's extradition, though whether this will result in his return to face justice remains uncertain. Other key individuals named in the decree include General Djibril Bassolé, a former foreign minister known for his political influence, and Alpha Berry, another former foreign minister and journalist. Barry's media connections are suspected of playing a role in fueling provocative narratives. The list also includes Ahmed Kinda, the Special Forces commander accused of leading operations to destabilize the administration. Several dismissed military officers, such as Yves Didier Bamouni and Romeo Uoba, were also implicated for their alleged roles in plotting against the government. These figures are accused of working in syndicates to destabilize the administration, allegedly hatching plans to overthrow Captain Traore's leadership. The government's actions extend beyond individuals. 2 major insurgent groups were also named in the executive order. These organizations are accused of orchestrating violent attacks and financing insurgency in Burkina Faso. Since 2015, such groups have wreaked havoc in the region, claiming over 26,000 lives, including more than 13,500 since Captain Traore assumed power in September 2022. Their actions have displaced over 2 million people, contributing to a worsening humanitarian crisis. And Traore knows these organizations will be paralyzed if their income source is cut off. The reason why these organizations continue working is because of the unhindered flow of money to them. But if this is stopped, the organizations will cease to work. Then, in the next phase, covert operations can be carried out against them, where Burkinabe special commandos will hit when these insurgent organizations are weakest. There have also been reports that the frozen assets can be used to improve Burkina Faso's military. Since the bank accounts were full of money, because the top officials were working for their masters and the masters were paying, Ibrahim Traore might be of the view to use the same money to neutralize the foreign threats. Earlier, President Traore criticized the former administration for its inability to equip the military adequately. He revealed that soldiers often lacked basic logistics and supplies, while civilians faced dire conditions, with some resorting to eating leaves and weeds to survive. Proposals to improve military capacity and protect citizens were allegedly ignored by the previous leadership, which ultimately led to widespread dissatisfaction. In addition to the asset freeze, travel bans were imposed on the 113 individuals, effectively restricting their movements while investigations continue. This move shows the administration's determination to address the root causes of instability and prevent further threats to national security. Despite these measures, significant challenges remain. The extradition of Damiba is a key issue, with many questioning whether the discussions with Togo will result in his return. It's because holding former leaders accountable is a rare occurrence in African politics, where powerful figures often escape justice. Yet, the Traore administration appears committed to breaking this pattern. This crackdown reflects a broader strategy to restore stability and dismantle entrenched systems of corruption, conspiracy, and terrorism financing. It's believed that the biggest threat to Ibrahim Traore is posed by Damiba, and he has to be taken care of. That's because recent revelations by Burkina Faso's Minister of Security, Mahamadou Sana, have exposed a sinister plot to destabilize the nation and overthrow President Ibrahim Traore. The details of the plan, allegedly orchestrated by individuals both inside and outside Burkina Faso, reveal a calculated effort to push the country into chaos. According to the minister, this was not just a coup attempt, but a deliberate scheme involving civilians, military personnel, and ex-military officers, all reportedly supported by foreign intelligence services and local actors within the country's civil and economic sectors. Furthermore, intelligence suggests that the conspiracy was engineered by Burkinabe nationals residing in neighboring countries such as Côte d'Ivoire, Ghana, and Nigeria. Dissatisfied with Traore's leadership, these individuals devised a sophisticated strategy to remove him from office. And among the central figures implicated is former military dictator Paul-Henri Damiba, who has been living in exile in Togo since his removal from power in 2022. Damiba, once thought to have accepted his ousting with dignity, is now identified as the mastermind of the plot. Reports indicate he worked closely with former ministers, journalists, and ex-parliamentarians to bring this plan to fruition, leveraging both local and international networks. What makes this plot even more alarming is the alleged collaboration with foreign entities and insurgent organizations. The conspirators reportedly enlisted insurgent groups known for their deadly operations across the Sahel region. These groups were provided with intelligence and resources to carry out violent attacks targeting civilians and government institutions. That's because, according to the conspirators, the interests of insurgent groups and their interests are the same.
Report says Paul Henry Damiba is collaborating with ex-ministers to assassinate Ibrahim Traore. Report says that Paul Henry, that is the former president of Burkina Faso, is the mastermind behind the assassination attempt of Ibrahim Traore. Nice one, African leaders. Round of applause to all African politicians plotting against their own brother. So, a report revealed that Paul Damiba is the one behind some assassination attempts of Ibrahim Traore. Why? Why would someone like Paul Henry Damiba wish to assassinate Ibrahim Traore? Why? Well, in case you don't know, Ibrahim Traore took office as the president of Burkina Faso on September 2022, and he actually overthrew Paul Henry Damiba. Paul Henry Damiba was a sitting president. All of a sudden, there was a coup led by Ibrahim Traore, and Ibrahim Traore shifted him one side. Why was there a coup for the first time? Why was there a coup? Why did Ibrahim Traore decided to overthrow his fellow military personnel who was sitting as a current president? Why was Ibrahim Traore? You know, military, you are a military man, I'm also a military man. We are more like a brother. Yeah, we are all military officers. We are doing the same work. So why did Ibrahim Traore decided to overthrow his own brother, if we are to look it that way? Why? What is, if not corruption? Everybody in Burkina Faso was now tired of Paul Henry's administration. A lot of corruption, a lot of killings, a lot of insurgency happening. More worse than the current state in Burkina Faso. So everybody is already complaining that they are tired of the administration led by President Paul Henry Damiba. Burkina Faso was kind of looking for a messiah that would come and change the whole narrative. Paul Henry, their present president, as of then, Paul Henry was kind of seen as a puppet leader. He was for us. He was also against us. I guess he's part of those God said. You know, during the doing one of Jesus' journeys on earth, there was a time his disciples were kind of having a conversation with him, you know, and Jesus said, I have forgotten the scenario that what happened when Jesus was telling his disciples that you are either with us or you are against us. So this is what happened. Paul Henry was with Burkina Faso, and at the same time against Burkina Faso. So the whole thing was more of his own ambition and those working with him. So everybody was tired of his administration. Ibrahim Traore has to come into the business, like he had to come into the scene. He led a coup, and luckily he was able to overthrow Paul Henry Damiba from being the president. That was how Ibrahim Traore took over as the president of Burkina Faso. And so far, it's about 2 years now. I can tell you a lot of things has changed, from the security to the economic reform. As a matter of fact, everybody in Burkina Faso, most people are happy. Most Burkina babes are happy with this young man, because Africa has never ever experienced a selfless leader as Ibrahim Traore. Have you seen a leader who sacrifices everything he has? Have you seen an African leader who doesn't want G-Wagon? An African leader who doesn't want to live by luxury. A Lamborghini, Ferrari, Mercedes counts to them a lot of exotic cars. Come on. Africa is a place where people compete by weights. So billionaires, millionaires. To the point that even presidents and senators who are meant to be public servants, who are meant to work for the people, are now contesting in Forbes lists with business people. That is the continent we find ourselves. Then emerged a new revolution leader, Ibrahim Traore, who want to work for the people, who want to sacrifice everything for the people. All of a sudden, everybody turned against him. Yes, everybody turned against him. Why would you come and do what we have not done before? You want to show people that you are the best, or what? What are you trying to say, or what are you trying to do? What are you trying to do? Other people, other ex-ministers, other ex-presidents saw how happy everybody was, or how happy everybody is in Burkina Faso. They praise everybody, keep praising this young man. They say no, they insist. They are now plotting to kill him. They are now plotting to assassinate him. You know, Africa is a place where a politician will be given many years to do something, to work for the people, and they will. Africa is a place where people want to become a president just because they want to eat money, nothing else. I don't think most politicians who are fighting to be senators, ministers, or even presidents and governors, I don't think most of them are doing it for the love they have for the people. No. It has always been for themselves. Yes, it has always been for themselves. So, a young man, not just being the youngest president in Africa, rather the most sacrificed personality I've ever seen, the most humbled personality. I don't know which other English I will use, but I think this man is so humble to the core. He said no to luxury. We have a lot of things facing us in our country: insecurities, poverty and all that. I just want to come and see what I will do for my people. That's what true leadership means. That's what a president means. That's what being a president means. This is why everybody wants to kill him. Now they have traced those behind some of this assassination. And they have found that ex-ministers, politicians, and most especially the former president of Burkina Faso, Damiba, are the faces behind all these plots. What did Ibrahim did? He had to order for the freezing assets. Yeah, he froze, and he was able to get all these information or know all these things through the banks, because these people are working for are really paying huge money to them. You know, Africa love money. We love money in Africa. Don't get me wrong, me too, I love money. And this is why our nation or our continent is in shambles. Yes, is in shambles because of love of money. Love of money has caused so much thing to us, we Africans. You will see an African man, you will give him money to go and kill his brother, and he will go. An African man, we complain for years how hard everything has become in the country. How he is unable to afford 2 meals in a day. We are not talking about square meal. Square meal, you know, when you are talking about square meal, you are talking about 4 times. It's not 3 times. So, if you are among those always saying 3 square meals, stop it. I guess square has 4 sizes. So it's 4 square meal. That's how it should be. You eat morning, you eat afternoon, you eat evening, and you eat night. That is 4 square meal a day. 3 is triangle. 4 is square. Square has 4 corners or 4 sizes. So if you are those always saying 3 square meal, there's nothing like 3 square meal. What we have is 4 square meal. So you will see an African man who is complaining, who is finding it difficult to eat 2 times in a day. Talk more of eating 4 square meal. But when election comes, the same man will collect 2,000 naira to vote. The same man, they will bribe the same person, and we will still vote for the people causing hardship for them. Is it not Africa we are? And we are all wondering why we are not progressing. Is that we are wondering why we are not progressing. Meanwhile, we are the reason why we are not progressing. Huh? Everybody wants to keep ibrahimtraore. Everybody wants to kill ibrahimtraore. Bring him, we kill him. We are brothers. We are Africans. How will this continent progress? How will our nation progress when we are busy fighting for our stomach? I don't like. Is it did US become who they are today out of selfishness? The US and UK we are always running into. Did they become Taiwan country today, or through looting and laundering, embezzling public funds. So Ibrahim Traore was able to detect those who are mastermind or who are behind all these things through the banks, because money is always pumping to these people. They are taking money. Africa, we love taking bribe here, We love taking bribe. We live by bribe. Bribery and corruption is why Africa is still like this. Bribery and corruption. And we are wondering, when are we going to be better? When even in your country, during an election, you will collect money just to vote for them. You are not voting for the best. You are voting for those that gave you money. And tomorrow you will start complaining. Yes, you are voting for people who give you money. And tomorrow these same people that give you money are putting you in a very terrible condition, making you unable to eat, making you to find it difficult to eat 2 times in a day. We'll say complain. We'll cry. And these people will forget who we are. This is Africa. So, but kudos, Ibrahim Traore is an intelligent man. Yeah. Since becoming a president, more than 20 assassination attempts. Here and there, everybody wants to bring Ibrahim Traore down. What for? Why? What for? Because of the selfishness in us. What else? But we pray that God will keep protecting Ibrahim Traore. God will keep protecting him. He will keep living in peace. God will keep safeguarding him wherever he is. So all these things is how Ibrahim Traore was able to freeze Paul Damiba's assets, and other 100 and something ministers froze their assets. And Ibrahim Traore also planned using those assets to fight the same West. These people Paul Damiba has been working with to fight them back. This is why anything that has to do with West in their countries, they have chased away France. So they don't want to see anything that has to do with foreign in their country. They're even pushing harder to mingle with Russia. Yeah, they want to stay with Russia. They don't want France. France that colonized them, they don't want them anymore. But God will keep being with Ibrahim Traore. Eyes of the enemies shall never see him. He will keep going and he will come. The wishes he has for Burkina Faso will come true. So nothing will happen. We are here to support Ibrahim Traore. We are here to ginger him. We are here to build Africa together. Until that happens, we will keep talking. Thank you for watching, and God bless Africa. Thank you.